Well, hello everyone, this is Ron, and of course I'm back with you with Empire Coins and Collectibles and another episode. Yes, we've been out there looking again, and we found kind of a curiosity. I don't know, maybe you can help me with this. I bought a slab silver coin, and I'm wondering, is it undervalued? We're going to check that out in just a moment and determine that. But before we go there, if you could, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started and kind of explain what's going on. You guys know, or you must know by now if you've been watching my channel at any time in the past, I do like to go out and hunt for the value. And I'll go to pawn shops, I'll go to garage sales, estate sales, I'll go to coin shops, and I'll also go to gold and silver shops. And those last two are not the same. Many people will confuse a coin shop with a gold and silver shop or vice versa, and they're not. The gold and silver shops are there to pretty much move bullion. They do buy coins, and they sell coins that have gold in them and silver, but their primary purpose is to move as much bullion as they can, or buy, depending on if it's time to buy. Coin shops really cater to the numismatic collector, the individual that is looking for the rare coins to add to their coin collection. So there's more to it than that, but still, you get a sense of why they're different. So when I go through these different sources and places, what am I looking for? I think you can say the best way to characterize it is I'm looking for unrealized value. Now, what that means is I will come across things that are for sale, that in the garage sale, in the gold and silver shops, or in the coin shops, or even in the estate sales, and I will buy lots. I'll buy big lots, small lots, individual coins. And when I see something that doesn't make sense, I think it's worth picking up because it's probably going to be worth more than I paid for it. And by and large, typically I do well that way. Now, you may not find the value immediately. It just takes, it's a numbers game. You've got to be out there looking and going to different places and sources, and you will find the value, the treasure, if you will, the unrealized value in a piece that you can buy for much less than what the going rate is out in the collector market or in the gold and silver market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change and share my screen right quick. Maybe not. Let's show the item first, and then we'll get right back to it. So I'm going to change the cameras to the tray camera, and then you'll get a sense of what we're talking about. So you should be seeing, I bought a tube of Buffalo silver rounds. They're just gorgeous coins. Of course, I paid a decent price for these. The going rate was $3 over spot. Can I get this thing to focus? Let's see, will it focus? There it is. So I paid $3 over spot. It was $22.55 was the spot price. So I paid $25.55. That's what was quoted to me. Actually, I paid less than that because what I did is I bought in bulk. I bought coins, I bought silver, I bought proof sets. And when I averaged out all the silver I bought in troy ounces to what I paid for it, my average price was $24.89. $24.89. So in effect, I paid about, what was that, about $2.23 over spot. That's not a bad price. I did really, really well in just terms of buying pure silver. But I try to pick up silver and to get it as cheap as I can. And I'm not sure why this is not focusing. There it is. I try to get it as cheap as I can to add to my stack. Okay. But this is not the mystery. And that's not, well, that's kind of a value buy, but this is what I'm looking at right here. But before we go there, I'm going to show you something. This is George Morris's business card. He's the local North Texas, Oklahoma for Annex. I've gotten to know George going to the coin shows. And, part of the cost of submitting coins, if you do it yourself, is the shipping and handling fees and the insurance. And that's in both directions. If you go to the coin shows, Annex is typically there at the coin shows, and they advertise on their website which coin shows they're going to be at. What you can do is give them your order there at the coin show, and they will ship it in with everybody else's order, and you really don't have to pay for shipping and insurance pretty much going in. You just pay for it coming back to you when they mail it back to your direct address. So George is really good about that. Super kind individual, and he has the patience of Job. I've waited in line for like 30, 45 minutes to sit down and chat with him, and he's just got so much coming at him. So if you go to submit your coins with George or some other Annex rep, be patient at the coin show. There's a lot of people lined up, and what would be advantageous is if you pre-fill out your form. If you pre-fill out your form, you will then save time, and he will not have to do it for you, or you will not have to do it at the show. And this form kind of looks like this. I've already got my form filled out for the next show. They're having a show at a little city community called White Settlement over in West Fort Worth, and it's this coming weekend. I believe it's the 17th and 18th. That's a Friday and Saturday, and it's at the rec center, I think. But in any case, you can look it up on the website, and they will have it on the website at Annex. And maybe you'll see George there, and maybe you and I'll get a chance to talk because my brother and I will be going early on Saturday morning. But in any case, that's just a real shout out to George. I've gotten to know him, as I said, super nice guy, and I think you'll have a lot of pleasure in dealing with Annex with him. So this was covering the mystery. When I was at the gold and silver shop yesterday, it was a different gold and silver shop, Burleson Gold and Silver, as a matter of fact. I came across this. I was looking to buy some generic silver, which you saw, and they gave me a good value on that. And I bought a few other things. I bought this 5-ounce bar as well. It was from, but it's a secondary market. They bought something from another collector or stacker, and then they turned around and sold it back out to the community. And the way I read that mint that made this 5-ounce bar, it's a 9-ball fine mint. I don't know if that's what you call it. Looks like a billiards ball, has a 9 on it. But in any case, I bought this, the tube, and some other coins. But when I saw this, it was in his tray, and the owner, Larry, has all his silver laid out in different trays, and on the front of the tray, they have the price. And the front of this trace had $25. So what that meant was any piece in that tray was $25. I thought, wow, that's not a bad price. Is that Cooper nickel? In other words, is this coin Cooper nickel? Because it's a 1983S PCGS certified MS69, and it's one of the Olympic coins from that year. MS69 is darn near perfect. MS70 is perfect. And to find any coin that was meant for circulation, even though this one was specialized release, it's hard. Proofs are easy to get in the high grades, but coins typically aren't. But this one was certified at an MS69. And I thought, wow, how much silver is in this? So I quickly ran the numbers, and this thing has about 0.8588 troy ounces of silver in it. We can say it's 0.86 troy ounces, almost a full troy ounce. The spot price yesterday when I bought it was $22.55. So I bought this for $25, and I got almost an ounce of pure silver in it. And I take $25 and divide it by 0.86. Yeah, I paid $29 per ounce for this coin. And I was thinking, gosh, it's got about 0.86 ounces of silver in it, and the silver content's around $19 of silver content. You can't get this thing certified for $10 because basically that's what that's saying. You cannot go to PCGS and get this coin certified for $10. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So I felt that this coin, being that it was a 1983 Olympics commemorative, the S Mint, so San Francisco Mint, I felt it was way undervalued. So I went and after I bought it, I went ahead and bought it. I took a chance on it. And I was thinking, this thing has to be underpriced. And realistically, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And we're going to see that it was a bit underpriced, but more so than I really thought. So let's see if I can find it. Okay. I'm going to share the screen here. So this is NGC's price guide. And what you see is there's been 2,000 of these coins certified as MS69, and there's only been 91 certified as MS70. So yes, to get an MS70 on this coin is a rare feat. It's not super rare because 91 in some counts is kind of high in number, but it's not as high, nearly as high as those that have been rated MS69. So I went on eBay and I was looking at the price for an MS69. Let's see if I can pull that up. This is the MS70. Let's go to the MS69. So these are the sold comps. The sold comp said that this coin, as a 1983 S Olympics discus thrower, this is PCGS, exactly the same coin I have, sold for $39.89. And I thought, okay, I got a value buy. I paid $25 for it. So I did have found an undervalued treasure. But, you know, you could say, well, $13, $14 is not a real plus up. I mean, yeah, you found something, got it cheaper than what it was worth on the recent comps on eBay, but it's no big deal because other people have done better. Here's one that sold for 40, but that's an 84. Let's scroll up and see what else we can find. Here's one down here. This one, look at this one. This one is an MS69. Somebody stole this one at $20.50. Of course, you have to add in the shipping here, right? But in any case, we're going to say that this thing is right around $38, $39. Okay. Here's another one that is a D mint mark. D is not the S, so don't confuse the S discus thrower with that price. What is this one here? This is 69. D. Seems like the S's are a little rarer. That's a P. That's a D. But anyway, they're right around $38, $39. So what is the MS70 worth? Let's go over here to this one. When you look at the MS70 1983 S discus thrower, it sold several times for $950. This is a comps on eBay. I don't know how real this thing is, but it looks like it has a tremendous value. $950, that one sold. This one, look at this. This one is a D, not ours. Ours is an S. It sold for almost $1,500. And this one over here is an S. It sold for $935. So the MS70, let me stop my share. So this MS70 is $930 to $950, but MS69, one tick below it, sold for $38. I'm wondering, is this a direct result because there's like 90 that have been graded as MS70 and 2,000 that have been graded as MS69? Because it seems like a huge discrepancy between the prices of an MS69 and an MS70. I mean, typically I would think 10 times, 20 times, 30 times might be close, but we're getting around 30 times, a little over 30, because 30 times 30 is 900. So 30 times is a bit high. What do you guys think? Is this a one of those things that's kind of running under the radar, and at some future point the collectors will discover that you can get an almost perfect coin of the discus thrower, the Olympic coin from 1983, pick it up fairly inexpensive, and it will go up in price because the MS70, the one that's perfect, just one tick above it, is selling for $950. I'm thinking it's a numbers game, where the fact that the MS70 has sold for $950 and there's only 91 of them out there in the NGC listing versus the 2,000 for the MS69. I'd really like for somebody to tell me what you think. Is it because there's so much more that have been graded as an MS69? Most likely that is the case. So whether or not this is an undervalued piece in terms of being, should be more than $100 or what, or it's just a piece that's rightly certified and graded and priced because there's a multitude of these MS69s out there on the market. All right, guys and gals, I think I've rambled on. You take care of yourself. Be safe out there. And please remember, if you're not out there looking, you're not finding. All the best.